Sri GVL Narasimha Rao. Sri GVL Narasimha Rao. 10 minutes only.
Thank you, Vice Chairman, sir. I'd like to start my brief speech with a wise saying by former American President Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln said, "No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar." इतनी अच्छी याददाश्त किसी की नहीं होती है जिससे वो कामयाब झूठा बन सके। ऐसे बार बार कोशिश हमारे विपक्ष के द्वारा होता रहा है। And they wean all the time fake narratives, and they try and make people believe in, but they fail because you can't be a successful liar, as Abraham Lincoln famously said. What is the fake claim number one? India's rich. I think in both the houses I've heard speakers say that India's billionaires have become suddenly rich, as if this has happened in the last 5-6 years. And they quote Oxfam report often. Let me quote from Oxfam India Inequality Report of 2018. What does it say? 4 out of 10 billionaires, Indian billionaires, have inherited their wealth. And all other 6 have actually acquired wealth, accumulated wealth. And in 2010, 27 out of 69 Indian billionaires have accumulated wealth through rent, from the rent-thick sectors, like the 2G spectrum, the Colgate, things like that. The report cites rent-thick billionaires who account for 43% of Indian billionaires. They have accounted 60% of total billionaire wealth. And this has happened, the report, I quote from the report. Clearly, the wealthiest in India have made their fortunes from crony capitalism rather than through innovation or rules of the market, and the report cites spectrum scam, coal scam. So all the billionaires that you claim have suddenly become rich, they have become rich during the UPA era. So the fake narrative busted. The second fake narrative, oh, there is huge unemployment in the country post-COVID now. So you make it look as if unemployment continues to be a major challenge. It has always been a challenge. But today, let me give you the numbers. The CMI, which many of you love to quote, this is the CMI report of January 2021. India's unemployment rate in January 2021 is 6.53%. It's much better than pre-COVID period. In March 2020, before the lockdown, it was 8.75. It was 7.76 in February 2020. Today, it's only 6.53. Employment has come back, but you still choose to quote the numbers of May 2020, when the country was in a lockdown. So, fake narrative number 2, that there is huge unemployment in the country, is busted. Now come to fake narrative number 3. Universal cash transfers is a remedy for all the problems. Particularly the main opposition party has this solution to offer. But let me tell them, wherever in countries which have given universal cash transfers, even we have done cash transfers to the poor. More than 2 lakh crores given to more than 20 crore people who need this kind of cash transfer. But countries which have done universal transfers, only their savings rates have gone up. Their household savings vis-a-vis GDP ratios are at their perhaps the century's highest. So this has not resulted in spending. So your great so-called economics that give money in their account, they will immediately spend, has been proved wrong. And in fact, Modinomics has triumphed. Because we are able to generate employment, we are able to bring the growth back into the economy. We are, as my colleague said, we have the projection of the highest growth in the next year. This is what World Economic Outlook January 2021 says. We will be the fastest growing economy in 2022. And the global business confidence has come back. Throughout the world, there is a concern about future business growth. In the US, in Japan, in Europe, the business indices, the business confidence indices are all down. India, it's very much up. The inflation, the global worries are about inflation. We've been able to contain inflation even during these periods. How, this is economist of yesterday, how rising inflation could disrupt world's economic policies. It says how countries which have given large cash transfers are going to experience the worst inflation in many decades. So this, your cash transfer theory, that's again busted. Then India's investment. We are the only country in the world today to have the highest FDI inflows. This is Investment Trends Monitor UNCTAD report, again released only 3-4 days ago. This says the global FDI index, global FDI inflows are down by 42%. In developed economies, they are down by 69%. India is the only country which have positive FDI inflows of 12%, positive inflows. So your next claim also busted. Let me talk about the other claim made here. By PSU privatization, I think some members said, you're actually selling the country. These are very uncalled for and unfortunate comments, and they ought to have been actually removed. Let's let the country remember. जो सदस्य ये बात कह रहे हैं, आपके पार्टी पर इल्जाम लगते हैं असेंबली सीट बेचने का, पार्लियामेंट सीट बेचने का, तो इसलिए देश के नाम पर जब हम संसद में बोलते हैं, we expect you to maintain some dignity. ऐसे झूठ बोलने से नहीं, ये आपके पार्टी की नहीं बोल रहे, किसी और के पार्टी के बोल रहे हैं. So similar allegations were made by the speakers from the main opposition party.
Please.
So I think it's important that we conduct our debates in a dignified manner. We can throw the same allegation against you. We have tried hard. I have tried with a number of data points, recent reports with references, but the opposition doesn't want to understand. They don't understand when we speak in Hindi. They don't understand when we speak in English. हमारे कुछ मित्र संस्कृत में भी बोलते हैं, वो भी नहीं समझते हैं. So let me now try something in Italian. CA senza peccato scaglila prima pietra. What does it mean? No, I'll repeat it. CA senza peccato scaglila prima pietra. It means people who commit sins, they should not be throwing stones. I think people who have committed mistakes, people who have committed blunders, people who have actually indulged in crony capitalism, people who have actually ensured that billionaires become much richer, they should not make allegations against the government that is actually inclusive, pro-people, which has cared for the lowest of the, in the lowest of the economic pyramid. So now that I have advised our friends in a language they may possibly want to understand, let me say this. India is developing rapidly in every sector under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership in a mission mode. Today, mission mode, when we say mission mode, we refer to something happening in a very rapid pace. I think it would now be apt to say mission Modi. Modi means fast, Modi means growth, Modi means a huge advancement. So therefore, world will have to increasingly look towards India and mission Modi for its inclusive growth and for alleviation of poverty, because we have shown to the world during the crisis of Corona period how we can really take care of the most vulnerable sections through cash transfers, how we can trigger faster economic growth, how we can ensure that India's growth story really becomes India much more successful after this COVID challenge. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Shri Honorable